Hello everyone, this is Dr. Freedom, and I've noticed there's been an outbreak of videos now basically saying, what do we know about Series 11? I've been keeping a file on my desktop, and what I do is when I see various things, I copy and paste them into this file, a text file, so that way I can keep myself refreshed on things I've seen over the course of the Series 11 filming, little production notes, and things here and there. So if this sounds like a bit of a jumble, please forgive me, please be patient. It's just, this is how I copied and pasted things as I went along. So let's go ahead, let's get started, and let's give you what I do know about Series 11. Okay, let's start at the top. A long while back, there was talk that Ed Heim of Skins is writing an episode of Series 11, and Jamie Childs, of course, is directing the opening block of episodes. The opening block consisted of episodes 1 and 7. Now, the director of that opening block, of course, once again, Jamie Ross Childs. The 13th Doctor's new friends and companions we do know are Yasmin, played by Mandip Gill, Ryan, played by Towson Cole, and Graham, played by Bradley Walsh, and Sharon D. Clark as Mary, who she revealed this on Radio 4 as being Graham's wife. Now, Asha Kingsley plays a character named Sonia in the opening block. Episode 1 is 65 minutes long. There was one of the early stories saying that there were going to be no old monsters, but rumors of the Suntarans are abound, and of course, what series of the new show has not had the Daleks in it? So don't be too surprised if the Daleks show up. There have been people running around going, the Daleks are going to be in Series 11. If they show up, oh, they're going to be the Nostradamus of the new century. That's the same as me sitting here going, someone on this planet within the next 24 hours is going to stub their toe on a piece of furniture in their bedroom in the middle of the night. It's obvious as heck, because the Daleks have been around since the beginning of this series, at least once in every particular series, even as a flashback way back. So don't be too surprised if they show up. One of the early rumors was that this was going to be 3 time zones and 3 companions. Once again, this is an unverified source, so let's wait until we see something more solid. This is from a tweet I saw a while back. It's a quote, "I've just been told by a crew member that filming will take place in South Africa," which of course it did. And of course, as you know, we saw the pictures there saying that this is obviously taking place in 1950s America. And of course, the infamous bus that Rosa Parks sat on seemed to have been duplicated, as we saw in a series of photos. Now, according to this, the form I copied off earlier, episodes filming in South Africa is 3 and 4, and the director was Mark Tondere. Now, Nikki Wilson, series producer, Tracy Simpson, production executive, James de Havilland, production manager, Stefan Morris, line producer, just to fill in a few positions that are currently being run. As I said, it'll be a bit of a jumble because I'm literally reading off the notes as I go along. So please be patient, as I said before. All right, Mark Tondere, of course, is directing the second block of episodes with the filming now in South Africa, and Sally Abrahamian will be directing, Abrahamian, if I remember correctly, will be directing block 3. The new TARDIS, now this, remember, is a rumor. This was copied off a source that I can't confirm. Quote, "The new TARDIS has crystals all over it. The new logo is arrow-like, and Whittaker goes to read-throughs in costume." In costume. As you all know, we've seen the new logo, and while it does have it does appear to be arrow-like, so maybe this person's telling the truth. Once again, though, they could have got lucky, but at the same time, very key moment there. Let's move forward. There's already a 13th Doctor audiobook listed for November, and of course it's listed in full-length list, and it's called The Secret in Vault 13, written by David Solomon. All right, quote, this is off another, I believe, tweet. Once again, I cannot confirm this source. "In this past filming, Block 3, they utilized a large live spider. I'm also told there is a chart or poster on a wall with various spiders on it," end quote. Once again, I cannot confirm this. I cannot confirm if they're telling the truth. But if this is true, could we go alluding back to the spiders in Metebelis 3, aka the 8 legs? But don't get your hopes up. I remember back when they were filming Kill the Moon, and they showed those little things in the trailer later on that were crawling around. There were people smacking their heads going, it's gotta be the 8 legs. Don't jump to conclusions. A lot of that went on in the past, and a lot of classic fans were smacking themselves going, oh, I'm so mad. Don't get your expectations too high. Just be ready to receive what you're going to receive. Don't anticipate anything. I would venture to guess that Manor House, and this, once again, this is from another series of notes. I can't remember who put this up. I would venture to guess that Manor House at the Celtic Manor Resort in Newport is regularly being used for filming in Series 11. Bradley Walsh was spotted at the resort many times, and Toss and Cole and crew members have posted from there as well. All right, Chris Chibnall is keen to make the show as educational as it is entertaining, just as it set out to be in the 1960s. A lot of people have been jumping to the conclusions that this is going to mean that a lot of the episodes are going to be pure historicals. Keep in mind, the last episode you had that was a pure historical. Now, what I mean is something that was set in the past that had nothing to do with an alien incursion, extraterrestrials in any form, or any kind of plot from outside planet Earth, was Black Orchid, which I thought was still a very moving episode despite the lack of alien intervention. So please hang on about that. So don't assume that from this that they're going to be all just historicals. That has not been proven. Okay, here we go. This is the next set of rumors. Please keep in your seats, keep your seatbelts fastened, and please keep your hands inside the ride at all times. Ryan and Yasmin to be transported back in time to witness historical events that are particularly relevant to their own ethnic backgrounds. In one plot, the Time Lord comes face to face with American civil rights activist Rosa Parks, who in 1955 famously refused to give up her seat on the bus for a white passenger, sparking the beginning of the end for segregation. The production, of course, is now this is from a ways back, and I still have not seen any proof this actually happened. But here we go. The production's now heading off to India, where the gang will find out more about the country's past and perhaps Yasmin's own family heritage. Once again, we didn't get any photos if they did sneak off to India, so we don't know that for a fact. But I don't think they've snuck off to India, or maybe they did. Ooh, okay. One source has said, quote, "The Doctor has all the space and time to explore, so it'll be fascinating to see the gang from 2018 having a good rummage around in big or important events which have changed the course of history," end quote. And this is the other big one that hit a little while back. The next series of 10 episodes, which hits BBC One in the autumn, will see 3 stories set in the future, 3 in the past, and the rest in present day. All right, now once again, this is covering more stuff. Forgive me, this is in a jumble, but I like to keep adding to this in case I miss anything, so that I may be going over things again that you've already heard. So please be patient. We've seen evidence of Rosa Parks and the bus boycott from filming. No duh, we've seen the photos. And someone said it's looking to be totally earthbound. From what has been spotted filming so far, the past, present, future rumor looks to be true as well. Now keep in mind, this was one person's observations off Twitter. I just kept them as a way of keeping my mind refreshed on what I think is going on from what I've seen. That does not mean it is true. So let's move forward. Series 11 confirmed directors. Quote, on Block 1, it was Jamie Childs. Block 2, Mark Tondere, which was episodes 2 and 3. Sally Abrahamian on Block 3. Jennifer Perrott will be directing Block 4, with Jamie Childs wrapping it up with Block 5. According to an unnamed internal source within a Doctor Who crew. Once again, let's file this under, well, a lot of this is starting to size up as fact, especially about the cat being named Percy. I knew I should have included that in here but we heard that last August. Matter of fact, I have friends of mine who've told me they've heard this in July of last year. But once again, I just filed it away, and this is before I started this little Series 11 filming file. So I'm going to add that in here because this goes with things we just heard, all right? So it's looking more and more like the cat thing could be true, and the cat's name will be Percy. All right, the first episode, from what I keep hearing, is either Unearthly Woman or The Woman in Blue. Woman in Blue is the one I'm hearing more often now. So I'm going to lean towards The Woman in Blue, but keep in mind, shooting titles can change. They can change the title of an episode all the way up to like the night before if they want, before they send it out to be broadcast. So don't take Woman in Blue as being written in granite, charged, put in stone, but it can be changed. Just keep that in mind. Number 2, this is the one I have the most difficulty with. And this is the one that's kind of firing off my too good to be true neurons. John Barrowman and E. Miles will return as Captain Jack Harkness and Gwen Cooper. It's in the realm of possibility. But at the same time, when has Barrowman had time to go to Cardiff to film anything? Because he's been on the con circuit, he's been quite busy, but the thing is, we also have to factor in the fact that he's left the Arrowverse, so he does have time on his hands and he is available for work, and we've seen him doing some various other things. So it's not outside the realm of possibility. But at the same time, you know, I'd love to see Jack and Gwen back, but like I said, I'm just keeping that as 60 to 65% probability. I don't want to get my hopes up to find out this was all some song and dance put out there by a fan just to screw with people and make themselves feel superior in their local area where they masturbate frequently. All right, moving on. Number 3, trailer. All right, this is the latest one that's been going around. A trailer for Series 11 will be released on the 18th of June and will feature clips from episodes 1, 7, 4, and 5. The trailer is rumored to be around 30 seconds long. 30 seconds and June 18th if keep cropping up. So I'm saying it's a distinct probability there could be some, you know the old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm saying there could be a spark to this. And also, for someone put down, the sources, some of the sources that put this out are the same ones who predicted Gallifrey returning, First Doctor returning, Master returning, Series 10 episode titles, and Bradley Walsh's casting. So we have to give them a little credit where credit is due. Now, one fallacy I want to kill while I'm here is it's been thrown around that there was extra security during filming, or they're being, you know, just outright crazy to avoid fans. Bullshit. They're using the exact same security precautions they used when they filmed Series 10. They just got a little bit more clever in that particular era. They have not tacked on any additional security guards. Basically, anything they can film in studio, they film in studio, and everything else is filmed on private filming locations, out of country, or on military bases. This way, they can avoid, you know, unnecessary crowds and keep things relatively spoiler-free. That's all I wanted to give to you. This is what I have in my notebook so far. Just a little file I have up on my desktop that I keep adding to every so often. And I apologize for the jumble, but that's basically how things were added in as I went along. Of course, I skipped over a few things here and there, such as possible filming location announcements, because it's stuff that we've already seen filmed, therefore it's no longer relevant. But I felt I'd throw this in for you, give you a little update, and let you know. Now, one other thing I have not mentioned, because this I cannot confirm, but the other thing they said was that the other trailer that's already being prepared will be roughly 2 minutes 45 to 3 minutes long, and that it will air at San Diego Comic-Con, which I can fully believe. Because if you're going to roll out a new series, new image, and new Doctor, the best place to do it in America would be at SDCC. Okay, side notes. Of course, you know this is a little bit incomplete because sometimes as news comes in, I take it and I go straight to video. So some things were left out of this, you know, this little notebook that I had created. One of them being that we do know for a fact Alan Cumming is coming in for episode 4, we believe, to play as King James VI, aka King James I of England. So, matter of fact, a little bit of quick background. James VI of Scotland was known as James VI from July 24th, 1567, and King of England and Ireland as James I from the union of the Scottish and English crowns on the 24th of March, 1603, until his death in 1625. And what happens is, from what we've seen of the episodes, this appears to be set possibly from some of the stuff we've heard during filming during the time of the witch trials. Now, a lot of people associate that with just being Salem. The thing is, it was also taking place over in Europe as well, the big witch hunts. So, it's not too surprising to see this going on. Also, we did see one character, we're not sure who the actress is, dressed in that period garb during the Gosport filming, who also popped up during another filming sequence later, on top of filming notes popping up on Twitter of there being possibly scenes being filmed of witch drownings. So, just throwing that in as an additional side note. While this is not as complete as I'd like it to be, this was just a running off of my notes, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So take care, ta-ta, until the next time, folks. Remember, keep your heads on your shoulders, and keep your skepticals on.